In this video, we are going to learn Class 8 for Geography, Lesson 1st, Resources. What are resources? Anything that has utility or value and is used to satisfy human wants can be called a resource, such as land, water, plants, minerals, so on. Some resources can be used directly while the others have to be processed and transformed with the help of our skills and technology before they can be used. Classifications of resources. Generally, resources are classified into three broad divisions. They are natural resources, human resources, and human-made resources. And otherwise, the natural resources are classified into four types: on the basis of origin, use and development, on the basis of availability, and the basis of distribution. Yes, resources derived from nature are called natural resources. On the basis of origin, natural resources are further classified into different categories: biotic resources and abiotic resources. Biotic resources are derived from living things like vegetation, animals, and human beings. The abiotic resources are derived from non-living things in nature, such as soil, minerals, air, water, and sunlight. On the basis of use and development wise, the resources also divided into two types: actual or developed resources and potential resources. The actual resources whose quality and quantity are known to us. These resources have already been developed and are currently being used by humans. The iron ore and coal deposits in Jharkhand, petroleum deposits in West Asian countries, gold and diamond deposits in South Africa, and the rich black soils in Deccan Plateau are some examples of actual resources. And the potential resources are not being used presently, and the lack of technological knowledge, but which can be used in the future when technology advances are known to as potential resources. For example, biofuel, high speed winds, and solar energy were such as potential resources in the past. Today, they are actual power resources. Uranium found in Ladakh is an example of a potential resource. Next, on the basis of availability, renewable and non-renewable resources. The renewable resources get renewed or replenished with a short span of time. Some examples: forest, wildlife, soil, and water. And the non-renewable resources cannot be renewed or replenished with a short period of time, like metallic minerals, coal, petroleum, and natural gas are some examples of non-renewable resources. On the basis of distribution. On the basis of distribution wise, the resources also divided into two types: ubiquitous resources and localized resources. The ubiquitous resources that are found everywhere, for example, air, water, and land. And these resources are found all over the world. It requires no particular physical condition for it to exist. And localized resources. They are the resources that are concentrated in certain regions, such as minerals, metals, coal, and petroleum. And these resources are found in the specific geographical location where the physical conditions were favorable. And the resources cannot exist without the existence of the necessary physical conditions. For example, minerals and iron ore. Finally, we will see human-made resources. Yes, the human-made resources are those resources that are created by humans using technology, knowledge, and skills. The technology used to create a resource itself a human-made resource. Building houses, roads, bridges, machines, and vehicles are some examples of human-made resources. And the human resources consist of people and their skills. It is the most important of all resources on the earth. This is because all other resources derive their meaning and value from the needs of people. It is the need to satisfy their wants that derives people to run raw substances into useful products. And today, present day, every country spends a considerable amount of money on human resource development. Yes, human resource development is the process of improving people's skills and knowledge to enable them to become more efficient and productive. Its main aim is to equip people with the skills needed to have healthy and satisfying life. Next, conservation of resources. Human population across the globe is increasing every year. Thus, the demand for resources and their consumption is also multiplying at a fast pace. This often leads to the exploitation and the conservation of resources and the exhaustion of resources. Humans need resources for their survival. They depend on soil, animals, and plants for food, plants and animals for clothing, timber and iron for shelter, mineral resources for industrial needs, depletion of resources. Yes, it's necessary to use these resources judiciously. Indiscriminate, irresponsible, and unscientific use will lead to the depletion of resources and in turn will cause later generation to suffer from acute shortage of resources. It is therefore necessary for us to follow a path of sustainable development. And the sustainable development happens when we use resources sensibly, striking a balance between our present needs and the needs of future generations. So, we have to conserve our resources and give them time to get naturally renewed or replenished. Reduce. To consume less and do not waste the resources. And the reuse. Use a product as many times as you can. And the recycle. Avoid wastage by changing a used product into another usable product or item. And the, if you do not need something, refuse to use it other. These ways are conserving resources and avoid paper and plastic. Close taps when not in use. Switch off fans and lights when not in use, both at home and school. And plant saplings on birthdays and other festive occasions. Thank you.